Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. In today's video, I will be going over the new 4K Ultra HD announcements and pre-orders for August 8th, 2025. Direct links to the titles I talk about in this video when they are live can be found on the channel's community page. Vinegar Syndrome announced recently their August lineup, beginning with the films of Larry Fessenden. This will support HDR, Dolby Vision, and DTS audio and is scheduled to ship at the end of the month. Sergeant Kabukiman NYPD is also getting a 4K edition from Vinegar Syndrome. A 4K edition of Mixed Blood is also in the cards from Vinegar Syndrome. This will unfortunately not support any HDR and is also scheduled to ship at the end of August. In last week's video, we had the official artwork for the standard release of Jurassic World Rebirth. Well, now we have the official release date. September 9th is the day you'll be able to pick up the film in both a slipcover and a non-exclusive steelbook. And of course, Universal is going to Universal with a 7-film Jurassic World collection. This is also scheduled to come out on September 9th. The film Ghost Killer is getting a 4K edition. This will be releasing on September 23rd. HDR and Dolby Vision are expected, as well as Dolby Atmos audio. September 30th is the official release date for Universal's Dracula The Legacy Collection, and HDR is expected, as well as DTS audio. And as a reminder, what I talked about when this was announced in a previous video, the movies included will be the original Dracula, Spanish Dracula, Dracula's Daughter, Son of Dracula, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Universal this week unveiled the official artwork for the standard and steelbook release of American Pie on 4K. This is coming out on September 30th. HDR, Dolby Vision, and DTS audio will be included. And once again, standard and steelbook release. The steelbook is not exclusive. There is a new The Purge 5-movie collection coming out on September 30th, and it should have the same tech specs as the previous releases. We have the official artwork for the upcoming Lionsgate Limited exclusive steelbook of Daybreakers. We don't have the official release date, but I will update that in next week's video. And a big announcement this past week, as the Rocky Horror Picture Show is finally getting its 4K release. This will be available as a non-exclusive steelbook, and this is coming out on October 7th. There's also confirmation HDR and Dolby Vision will be included, as well as a new Dolby Atmos audio mix. Pre-orders have not yet gone live, but typically these happen a little closer to release date, so probably in the next few weeks. Shout Factory announced their October lineup this past week, beginning with the October 7th release of End of Days starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. On the same day, Shout also has Black Sunday arriving on the 4K format. Amazon is getting a new 4K steelbook of Shout Factory's Child's Play, and this will be releasing on October 7th. Kino Lorber announced that on October 14th, William Friedkin's Rampage is getting a 4K edition, and pre-orders have started to go live. Kino Lorber also has The Bone Collector starring Denzel Washington coming to 4K, releasing in mid-October. Another Shout Factory release getting an Amazon exclusive steelbook will be Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, and this is coming out also on the 14th of October. Coming on October 21st from the Shout Select line, The Place Beyond the Pines is getting a 4K. One more Oliver Stone is coming out courtesy of Shout Factory, as on October 21st, Savages will be getting a release. The 4K edition of Werner Herzog's Nosferatu is getting a 4K from Shout Factory, and this is coming out on October 21st. And the last couple of Shout Factory releases scheduled to come out on October 28th include Catch-22, as well as a new 4K steelbook edition of Mike Flanagan's Hush. Kino Lorber has listed currently up for pre-order over on their website, but still no official artwork yet. Death Wish 3, starring Charles Bronson, is coming out at the end of October. 88 Films is planning to release 11 Days, 11 Nights 2 on 4K. We don't have an official date yet, but it is rumored to come out in November. Coming from MVD on November 25th, Rockers is getting a 4K, and it looks to be available in different editions. A Hyena in the Safe is also coming out on 4K from Celluloid Dreams, scheduled to come out at the end of November. 88 Films is also looking to release SS Experiment Love Camp on 4K, and I believe it is also scheduled to come out in November. And as I mentioned in last week's international section, a domestic US release of the Naked Gun reboot is also coming out sometime in the near future. Synapse is planning to release some 4K editions shortly, and the titles included will be Hunter's Blood, the film Frankenhooker, and Prom Night is getting a 4K. We don't have the official release date yet, but I'll update that with the official artwork in a future video. And it looks like we're getting one step closer to completing our Stanley Kubrick 4K collection, as Criterion apparently has the rights to both Lolita and Eyes Wide Shut. No word yet on official release date or any other information, but of course I will update that as it becomes available. It looks like we have some upcoming Spielberg films making the jump to 4K finally, as both standard and steelbook releases of both Minority Report and Catch Me If You Can are reportedly coming sometime before the end of the year. Now in theaters and currently up for pre-order, a 4K steelbook release of Weapons is now available, and I fully expect to see a standard release follow shortly. It's time to go over this week's international announcements and pre-orders, and as a reminder, most 4K discs are region-free. Currently up for pre-order in France, a 2-film Sicario collection is coming out on October 3rd. Coming to the UK on October 6th, Gorgo will be arriving on the 4K format. I wasn't able to determine if HDR will be included with this version, but as it stands, this is coming out in early October. A new limited edition to 3,000 units of Robert Eggers' Nosferatu will be made available, and this is coming out on October 13th. In Germany on October 23rd, Bambi The Reckoning will be making an appearance on 4K. Radiance Films has their latest 4K offering coming out to the UK on November 17th, as Night of the Juggler will be released, and it is confirmed to support HDR and Dolby Vision. Another kaiju flick is coming to 4K in this week's video, as in Japan on November 21st, Gamera will be arriving on the 4K format, and according to the website, it will support HDR. So it looks like we're starting to see some international steelbook art for the upcoming 4K edition of F1. Spain has 3 different editions, as you see pictured here. No word yet if we're getting a steelbook here in the States. I imagine at least one. And of course, I will update that information in a future video. So those are this week's new 4K Ultra HD announcements and pre-orders for the week of August 8th, 2025. Head on over to my channel's community page for direct links as they become live. And now I want to hear from you. What titles that I talk about this week are you planning to pick up for yourself? And finally, a special thank you to all my Patreons for your continued support. It is very much appreciated. If you would like to support me through Patreon, I will leave a link in the description of this video. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.